Good evening. So, finishing up lockup. Um, already been out here for a while. My hands are sticky as heck. I just got done putting a bunch of Vaseline on my chicken's legs, and I went to go get some straw. And please click away if you're arachnophobic. Um, but we have this spider that has just started to build its web. And I always find these fascinating when you find them, like when they just start it. Because if you look, you see that it actually goes much further than what you think it does. And over here, we have one. You need to secure your web a little bit better, buddy. This one has already finished all the work. Look at that. There's intricate, just webbing. Hi. I think he threatened me. He threatened me. See his shadow in the background. Anyways, absolutely amazing in my opinion. These spider webs take so much work from them, and I usually will try to avoid breaking them if they're not within my path where I'm walking at that moment. So for an example, this one's gonna have bad luck because I gotta get there. And that one is building a step backwards where it's going to be an issue for me. Whereas that one and that one, I can avoid them. But right here, I've got a feeling I'm going to have some webbing. So I'm going to use a stick to try and clear this area a little bit of webbing. Um, just something random. Just something that's, sturdy enough to take down webbing, you know? And I'm going to look at where the spider web is at. So your main hold is right here. And see right there the glare in the center of the screen. You see that little white dot? That's the glare from the webbing. See those little tiny dots? Those are all just the reflections from the webbing itself. You can see the spider right there in the center. So my plan is to go through right here, and I'll look and see where this one has his anchored. And basically, the way that I kind of look is by looking for reflections, and I'll just circle in like this. Sorry, bud. I knew you were going to be in the way. Or not to walk into living. Personal preference. Anyway, so now I've mostly removed one of the webbings. The one that was building in the back. That one was building across here, creating a little bit of an issue. So now I'll reach in and I'll grab what I believe I'll need tonight and take it out. And that's it. And this way I don't have to destroy the entire work that these animals have done because they're good for us. I want them around. I need spiders around to help with the issue of flies. So, you know, I'll leave this right here. I'm going to take that inside when I'm done to clean up the other goslings indoors. I always clean them before bedtime in the evening again because, well, it's just how I like to time things. Well, looky there. Let's see. I think we have mites. What do you guys think? You guys think that looks like mites?
Or does that look like just damage from biting and biting? This might be one of Pretty Bird's. I don't know. I think something's up. I need to see about trying to get my hands on some ivermectin for my animals. And those something. Always something. Especially once you have a larger flock. Oh Lord. Much harder to control things. Cannot wait to be on a bigger property, like land, so I can set up, like, build my own enclosures where I can have a separate area for the geese. And I don't care if Nugget wants to go sleep with the geese. I don't care. That part doesn't bother me. That's not an issue in my mind. Nugget has always been a goose in her own head, so that's no issue. You know, she can. Hi, Pretty Bird. Hi, handsome. So you'll see Pretty Bird actually has some Vaseline on his beak. I think it's called Vaseline. Anyway, and he has some on his legs and feet. Might be able to tell from the reflection, from the fact that they're shiny. Hi, so handsome. Just in case. Now, I checked my birds. I can't find any signs of mites on their skin, like under their feathers and stuff. I check my birds pretty darn regularly. Regularly? Oh, God. Okay. Don't you embarrass yourself, Cindy. Anyway, I check my birds often. English language, hard language. And I don't see any signs of anything being wrong with them per se when it comes to mites or parasites or anything like that. But see, I'll see things like this. That's where I get really suspicious for my geese, because it makes me wonder, is that for mites? There's nothing around the base. So, I don't know. Anyway, I need to get that stuff, ivermectin or whatever it's called. I don't know if it's ivermectin. There's this, it might be something else that starts with an I or a P. Whatever. There's this one medication or product that you can purchase. It's like, it's very expensive, but it kills like all mice and anything that you may have issues with. It's like the perfect thing to clean your coop with. Well, I'm gonna try really hard to get my hands at least on a little bit of it, so I can use it on my coop and on my chickens. And because I'm also pretty sure that some of my chickens have scaly mites. I don't know if that's from last time and that they returned, or if they're still there. I don't know. Might have not got enough last time when they had them. Well, what I thought they had them. But the main reason why I think they have them is because of teriyaki. He's been showing some signs that something's wrong with his legs. He has some what looks to me like the scales are kind of up. See, the thing is, teriyaki is hard for me to handle because he doesn't like me. He wants honestly, if I passed out and passed away in my coop, I think he'd like dance on top of me and have a party. Um, that's how much he loves me. So, um, but I noticed recently that he was limping a little bit, And I was like, okay, maybe he's got bumblefoot or something. But when I checked him, I noticed that his scales are kind of just standing up a little bit more than I'd like. Um, Not like a hey, they're dry and fixing to just fall off, but quite literally like there's something going on. So I'm gonna need to take care of that. So I went ahead and I cut. Now, if you see symptoms on if you see symptoms on one of your chickens or roosters or whatever, usually there's a good chance everybody has it. Okay, like if it's something like a parasite, um, something like mites. Hi, pretty bird. Then usually that means everybody's got it. Hi, pretty, pretty. The bird. Pretty bird. Are you guarding the door because I left it open? I'm sorry, buddy. Such a handsome boy. Anyway, like I said, usually if you see it in one, that means at least several have it. Even though you can't see symptoms on them, it usually means you have more than one that's got it. So, especially with things like parasites and um, worms, which basically are parasites. Pretty much anything that falls in that category, you're usually going to have to treat your whole flock. And I think that's where I made a mistake last time, because I only treated my whole flock for a couple of days, and I continued treatment on the ones where I thought they definitely had it. And that was wrong with me to do that. Somebody had said that that's how they did it, and it was not an issue. And I was like, okay, I didn't appear that I had a major case or anything of it. Figured it would be okay. It's dumb of me. But it is what it is now. And the reason why I share this info, because I'm hoping anybody listening with a flock can learn from my mistakes and do better than I did, you know? But yeah, so Charlie is going to get another dose of antibiotics tonight. Started her 2 nights ago. She won't take the antibiotics outright or in her food. And because of that, I need to give it to her in her water. Makes it so much harder, guys. Just so much harder. Like, seriously. Pain. Let's just say that. It's definitely a pain. Um, so, by the way, I'm doing this so I can dump this pool. I clean this every day. The goslings are the ones who mostly swim in these pools, the little ones, and they spend a good portion of the day in here. Whenever Pretty Bird and Layla hang out right here, and then Layla will get in the pool with them. Pretty Bird usually doesn't, not really very often. I usually turn them over overnight, you know, to make sure that every day they get clean water. Hey Simba, how you doing, bud? Sorry for the weird view, carrying heavy stuff. Sorry if I sound subdued tonight. I am exhausted and tired. Worked on fencing some more today. I had so many things come up today, I didn't even get around to emptying out like I planned to do. I have to do it tomorrow. Get up early so I can get that stuff knocked out before it gets too hot. Because
tired of certain ones of my birds not feeling well. And it's been feeling like it's been nonstop since the end of last year. There's always been some issue. I mean, Pretty Bird was sick. Then we had avian pox. Then we had the whole thing with the boys fighting going on. Then we had injuries from that. Then I had to build the fencing to separate the boys. It's literally been one thing after another. Then Charlie started showing symptoms, so I started treating her with apple cider vinegar. Then I dewormed her. Now she's on antibiotics. Like I said, it's literally been one thing after another. And it's nonstop, and it's kind of frustrating because I simply want my birds to be okay. Is that too much asked? I actually think part of the issue is the building itself. As much as this building is amazing when it comes to protecting them from predators, this is not my property. And this building is an old building that I'm keeping them in. I mean, shoot, the building we live in is an old building. And these are not buildings that are in good condition, nor have they been kept up very well. So I'm concerned that it's not the bedding or anything like that that's actually, you know, causing any kind of mold, but rather that um it's what's the word? That it's the building. That's my concern. And if it's the building, it's a bigger issue, and I'm gonna have to find a solution. So, like I said, so my plan is to try and have everything air out for a couple of days. Literally just leave the bare minimum in over here. Look, there's a pile of goslings. Look how cute. Layla's right there. Hi, ladies. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. All right. So everybody's hot. Good. I'm glad that Charlie's not the only one with an open beak, because that means everybody's sweating. You okay, Layla? They have a fan in here that blows. Help them cool down, especially during the hotter months. Charlie needs to get locked up with her antibiotics. Continue her for at least 5 days. One of the things I did learn from oh man, I need to clean that out. I didn't even see that. Hey, buddy. I know you hate me right now. This Teriyaki isn't even fighting me right now. His feet look bad. I didn't realize it. His feet look like this. I've checked every single bird's feet, and no one else's feet looks like that. It's just teriyaki. Look, her feet look normal. She still is getting treated. That's why they're so shiny. This thing up. It's the little tiny run thing. That's spicy. Rosemary. I know you hate it when I pick you up, Mama, but I have to. See, hers look normal too. There's not really like any real signs of any scaly mites going on, but I ain't no expert. I totally be missing it. Thanks for smacking me in the face. Let's go tweet. Ow. Ah, that hurt the jaw. Oh well. Part of the game. Hey Bert, you might not want to attack giant things that are flipping over. Just saying. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Jeez. You're so moody. Gosh. Go grab my other shuffle.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm worried about my birds nonstop for months now, and I'd like to be done. Right, Simba? Hi, Simba. Hi, Simba. Meow. You're so handsome. Hi. Pretty bird, don't attack the shovel. I don't want you hurting yourself. Excuse me. Hi, baby. Hi, beautiful. Hey, mama. It's okay. You're okay, guys. Anyway, gotta get this stuff out real quick. Don't leave anything in here. Turn moldy. Pretty bird, I need you to stop, buddy. Excuse me, bud. Pretty bird, can I work? Excuse me. You are the goofiest gander. Know that? But you're doing a good job. I know, I know. I know you're protecting your babies. Where's your babies? Fibbert, where's Daddy? Where's Daddy? Hi, Daddy. Where's Daddy? Fibbert, you want to go see Daddy? You want to go see Daddy? He doesn't even fall for it anymore. I usually get him distracted from saying that. Excuse me. And then he gets mad at me afterwards because I said it. Didn't give him Daddy. Pretty bird, you have got to be careful with that thing. Please stop. Stop. Pretty bird. I don't want you to hurt yourself, buddy. And I definitely don't want to be the one hurting you. Come on, bud. Look. No, pretty bird. You can not. No, stop it. What do you want? It's metal. Quit eating it. I need to work. Pretty bird. Seriously. No, no biting. Just trying to get it out right now. Gotta carry it up high. God forbid. I have it low to the ground. Pretty bird will come get it. Try to kill it. Can't really blame him. He's going after the shadow. Guys, look. Oh, you're such a dork. I love you. Good most awesomest gander ever. You know that? Mm-mm-mm. He's got precious little ones to protect, so can't really get mad at him, you know? Even if it's annoying sometimes when you're trying to get something done. And like in my case, I'm tired, trying to get some rest. What are you gonna do? You know? He's just doing his job. He's protecting his babies. That's exactly what he's supposed to do. So it would be completely counterproductive for me to be upset with him for doing something I want him to do. And think about this, guys. For the last like 2 weeks or so, these guys have been spending every single day outside with Pretty Bird and Layla. And Pretty Bird's been their main protection. I'm not outside all the time. I spend a lot of time outside with my birds, but I'm not outside all the time. So Pretty Bird is the protection. And, a lot of predator attacks could happen within a split second. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's had to protect them from things. Like, for an example, some of the stray cats we have around here. One of them is absolutely massive. I'm pretty sure that he's very close to what actually is a purebred Maine Coon. Like, that tomcat, he's massive. Like, we're talking small dog massive. Like, not tiny dog massive. Like, small to medium. Like, he's one heck of a cat. And like, I would not be surprised if that cat came in at a good 25 pounds or so. Like, he's probably 4 times Simba's size. Like, he is big. He's a giant gray cat. My daughter named him Shark. And definitely looks at our poultry as being food. Um, we've had to chase him off because he's very aggressive with the other cats. He's known around the neighborhood as being a troublemaker, as the kind of Tom who like terrorizes the females and tries to force them into heat and things like that. And so, Pretty Bird, I love you so much, but you need to stop. You need to stop. I need to put that thing back down. And I'd really like my legs to just for like a day not add a bruise. What do you think? Can we have a truce, please? Truce? Truce? Pretty Bird, truce? You're saying no? He's like, what's wrong with you? No. Gosh, humans are so weird. Where he does when I was down. Come on, boy. Move on over. Thank you. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yes, I know. I know. I know. You're so angry. Excuse me. Hi, Simba. I'm pretty sure I forgot antibiotics inside. I'm gonna have to go grab them in a minute. Come back out, put them in the bowl. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the bowl in there already, so nobody else can mess with it. Watch out. What? No, your babies don't go in there overnight anymore. I often use this for baby birds or to separate out a sick bird that has to be medicated or something that's not contagious. Or like say like an injured animal. I'll put an injured animal in there that needs time to recover and I need them to like just take it easy for a while. Or I've used it for when the little cutrins were being bullied by the larger chickens. I've used it to keep them separate overnight, like while they were in a coop. And I don't ever keep them in there 24/7. The idea is for them to be in there throughout the night and early in the morning or late in the evening when I'm not outside or when they're not able to free range. Because while they're not able to free range, they can't get away, right? So if they can't get away, because like if other birds are bullying them and they're stuck inside of this room, even though this is a large coop compared to most other coops, this is a very large coop. But if they're stuck in here, right, then it's much easier for them to get bullied and found and messed with. But if they have the entire yard, which is significantly larger, obviously, like I have a pretty big yard, and I have a large area that's fenced in, and if they have access to the whole yard and the coop, the chances of them being able to be cornered or not being able to get away is significantly lower. So the bullying is significantly less because the bullies, like they have that ability to avoid them. I don't usually use those bowls overnight. The only reason I am using those bowls is because of these guys. These guys can't quite reach this water yet. So, and very soon, these guys will be going to their new homes. So, it's gonna suck, but it's a decision I have to make. Trust me, I'd keep them all if I could. Anyway, let me grab the eggs. We have 2, 4, 6, 8. That's a coochie egg. This is a coochie egg, not a fairy egg. Like I said, we are at 8 and 10. That's the lowest we've had in a long time. We've been getting 14 and 16 eggs a day lately, and I desperately need to find a place to donate them, to give them away. Even think about making a local post, just being like, hey, free eggs. Anybody need some help? Anybody you need? Anybody struggling? You managed to come to this town? Because come pick them up if you want them. you know, just be like, hey, come on over. I've got some eggs you can have. My daughter is also starting to sell them, but with the ones that we have extra right now. And I know there's other options like pickling them and all that, but not really something I'm going to be doing yet. I still need to learn exactly how. I did find out there's a few ways that they say that you can do it, but the way I keep our eggs, they stay good for at least 3 months. So either way, I'll find ways to work through them. But anyway, so that's gonna be it for tonight's live. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I'm just grabbing the medicine, giving it to Charlie, and then locking up the final, just locking all the doors and turning off the water. I gotta remember to turn off the water. But actually I'll do that right now so I don't forget. Lord knows I like to forget that. Um so yeah, basically update to sum up is that we have most likely we have scaly mites going on. Charlie is on her 3rd round of antibiotics tonight. Excuse me. On her 3rd day of antibiotics. Sorry, I got hiccups. And um, everybody is okay. Like Charlie is not miserable. I don't believe that she's Jesus at risk or anything like that. But like I don't think it's so bad that she's like not gonna be okay or something at this point. But definitely better safe than sorry. Um, And if the antibiotics don't work, I'll be looking into trying to get her to the vet next month. Um, that's pretty much the plan I have. Huh. Tree branch was freaking me out. Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a wonderful, Jesus Christ, wonderful night. Excuse my hiccups, please. And there we go again. Thank you for stopping in tonight. Y'all have a wonderful evening. And if you guys are curious to get more updates, more photos and things like that of Pretty Bird, I do post on Facebook much more often than I do on YouTube. I also go live on Facebook and on YouTube at different times. So you guys are always willing to come find us on Facebook under uh, Pet Pet Goose Pretty Bird, Pet Dash Goose Pretty Dash Bird, um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a good night, y'all.